Have you ever seen somebody at the grocery store? You ever seen a fella in there staring at a head of cabbage? I was up there one time.
Welcome to Pegasus versus the World, where we take on challenges, comedy, trending topics, and some travel.
City boy! City boy!
All right, you guys, we're back with Larry the Cable Guy. Now, this the title of this says The Thing About My Wife, but the thumbnail said, the thumbnail was like, my wife is crazy. So I just wanted to see where this goes. I'm not alluding to anything. I'm happily married. Everything's all good, ladies and gentlemen. But what's popping, Larry? What's popping? Anyways, I'm checking this out on Laugh Society channel. So show them some love for posting these. Last time I reacted to something from their channel, there was no copyright claims, and that's really cool. They ain't tripping, it would seem. Again, this is just a clip from what looks like a full comedy special. But anyways, we are about to check this out for the first time. I've done a couple of Larry the Cable Guy reactions. One where he's just doing an interview on a late night show, and then a couple stand-up joints. He dropped a showstopper when he was on the Blue Collar Comedy Tour. He's actually nice with it. It's crazy. Now, I asked this in the I asked this in one of my videos. I was like, is this his actual voice or is this like a character he plays? And it was mixed. Like, mad people are like, nah, this is him for real. And then mad people are like, nah, it's a character. So I was just like, that's interesting. So I don't really have the answer there, but we gonna rock with it. I mess with him. I really rock with Larry the Cable Guy. I like his energy. But yeah, support the channel we're watching this from. If you want to support me, like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll link my other channels in the description. Let's get this thing rolling. This is The Thing About My Wife, Larry the Cable Guy.
Have you ever seen somebody at the grocery store? You ever seen a fella in there staring at a head of cabbage? I was up there one time. I seen a dude all by himself staring at a head of cabbage. I got a theory about that. That guy's wife sent him up there to get a head of lettuce. All cabbage ought to come with a label on it that says, this is not what your wife wants you to buy.
That's hilarious. Like, a while back, I actually wouldn't have known the difference between cabbage and lettuce like that. Nah, that's bull. Because cabbage is always like white or purple and kind of hard. And I always get romaine lettuce. We never get iceberg lettuce. Never have. But I could understand how that could be confusing because there'd be certain things in the grocery store. It's like, oh, get this. And then all of a sudden you taking an L. But, yo, he's on to something.
Up there to get a head of lettuce. All cabbage ought to come with a label on it that says, this is not what your wife wants you to buy. 3 days before Thanksgiving, my wife sends me up to the grocery store to get some yams. 45 daggone minutes, I'm looking for yams. I can't find a daggone yam. I come home, I said, they ain't got no yams up there. He goes, you mean to tell me 3 days before Thanksgiving they don't got no sweet potatoes at the grocery store?
I was about to say, like, I was literally about to say this, so now I'm about to look dumb, but I'm just going to say it because it's the truth. I was about to be like, I actually don't know the difference between yams and sweet potatoes. I'm finding out right now. I guess they're the same thing. I thought it was something different. Straight up, I thought it was something different. We don't call sweet potatoes yams in my house, so I've never had this issue, but I've heard of the word yams. So I was like, oh, yeah. Anyways, I learn something new every day. This is less of a comedy reaction and more of an educational video.
They ain't got no yams up there. He goes, you mean to tell me 3 days before Thanksgiving they don't got no sweet potatoes at the grocery store? I'll be right back.
That's me, yo.
But I'm on a diet now. I'm eating nothing but Fruit Loops. But my wife has me on my wife has me on a diet now.
Hold on. I ain't trying to hate, but I seen this stand up. I know it's a little bit before the Blue Collar Comedy Tour. I mean, after. And I'm a little concerned because, 2020 kind of wreaked havoc on people, if you know what I mean. And your health is very important. And I noticed he's a little bit overweight in comparison to the clips I reacted to from the Blue Comedy. special. I was like, dang. He's like, it's almost night and day. So hopefully this Fruit Loop diet work.
But I'm on a diet now. I'm eating nothing but Fruit Loops. But my wife has me on a diet now where I can have one cheat day. So I can have a hamburger with the cheese and the bun one day a week. Or anytime I drive by a fast food restaurant when she's not with me in the car. All right. She's a stickler too, I'll tell you what. She be up here sleeping 2:30 in the morning, the dog go down there and bark at the door for 10 minutes. She don't hear nothing. She's racked out. I got to go down there and let the dog out. So next day I go down there, I'm kind of hungry. I pour a little bowl of Captain Crunch down there. I hear, get out of Captain Crunch! What the hell? I should have barked when I poured that Captain Crunch in there, what I should have done.
Yo, ain't that crazy? They got like superpower hearing when convenient. Like you're telling them a story like, hey, babe, like, blah, blah, blah. They ain't hear nothing, right? But you downstairs in the refrigerator at night, they hear that shit. They're like, oh, that's funny.
It sucks getting old and fat, I tell you. I remember when my beard turned white, my wife was like trying to comfort me. Oh, that's okay, honey. I like somebody with a little salt and pepper in their beard. Made me feel a little better. Then she goes, it's the corn in your teeth that's disgusting. I was going to say broccoli, but none of y'all believe I eat broccoli. All right, so I ain't saying that.
Hey.
He went upside down. I get done, I go, you didn't tell me it went upside down. The guy running it goes, it's not supposed to. How about that Ferris wheel? You like that Ferris wheel? Who, me either. Oh yeah, the Ferris wheel. That's a lot of fun, isn't it? Yeah. Nothing I like better in the whole world than being completely bored and terrified at the same time. Which, by the way, is the same thing my wife told me on her honeymoon right
there. He roasted himself. That's crazy. I missed, so the beginning of this, I felt like it came like halfway through the joke or something. So I was like, so I was making that face. I was like, what's he talking about upside down? Because I thought he was, at first I thought he was talking about having relations with his wife. Like, yeah, she was upside down and but then it was like another dude. So I was like, oh, now we on the Ferris wheel.
Bored and terrified at the same time. Which, by the way, is the same thing my wife told me on her honeymoon right there. You ever get stuck on the Ferris wheel? Oh, man, I was up here with my kids. We was stuck. They was crying, freaking out, trying to calm them down. Don't worry, kids. We'll be all right. I'm sure that guy running it with 7 fingers and a pentagram tattoo. All right, I'm sure. My wife likes to go with me when I go to Las Vegas because she likes to go see the Chippendales.
Yeah. Hold on. You let your wife go see the Chippendales? Then that means she lets you go to the Anyways, he's talking about a carnival with those Ferris wheels. I won't even go to carnivals. I'm not going to carnivals. I rarely go to amusement parks these days. I'm just like, nah, I'm all right. I'll be all right. Yeah. I ain't never been stuck on a Ferris wheel. I ain't trying to get stuck on a Ferris wheel, and I ain't trying to be on one of those rides that wiles out at a carnival being ran by a 17-year-old who has no clue what they're doing. That.
Tattoo, all right, I'm sure. My wife likes to go with me when I go to Las Vegas because she likes to go see the Chippendales. Yeah. You know why she likes going to the Chippendales? She didn't marry very good. She married a Chunkendale. She gives me money to put my clothes back on, but she does. I had to go get a flu shot one time. I didn't want to go to the doctor, and my wife goes, well, shoot, run up to Wal-Mart. They're giving flu shots. Are you kidding me? I ain't getting a flu shot at Wal-Mart. Dadgum, normally I got to get vaccinated before I go in there. Get a flu shot at Walmart. The flu's the last thing I'm worried about at Walmart, all right? Dadgum, they probably got Ebola behind a box in there somewhere I didn't know about.
Where's the lie? The crazy thing is, where's the lie?
I was up there one time, there's a dude out front in a hazmat suit. I'm like, is it safe to go in there? He goes, yeah, why? I go, you're in a hazmat suit. He goes, I know, I work here. I'm collecting the carts.
It says 2020 dynamic while he was performing. So I wonder if that was, there's no way he was doing that kind of audience in 2020, actually. Maybe. But you know how it was in 2020. They wasn't letting people get together like that. So I was thinking that joke, the hazmat suit joke, because 2020 and 2021 were probably the worst times of my life. I wake up, go to the grocery store, and really feel like I was in a dystopian nightmare. And people were doing shit like that, like wearing some crazy hazmat suits, like masks that go over your face like you're a welder, to go to the grocery store. And you couldn't go to church, but there could be hundreds of people in the grocery store. It was weird. I'm not going to get into that rant today, but I ain't forget, man. You know how they be having those memes of like particular moments in history, never forget? Yeah, 2020, never forget. Anyways, that was Larry the Cable Guy. I thought that was pretty funny. That wasn't as funny as some of the stuff I've seen on here. I'm going to go through this channel because I thought I saw something titled The Best of Larry the Cable Guy or something like that. So because I know he drops bombs. He had a couple of high impact funny moments, but this was like, I just felt like this was a little chaotic for what I've seen him do. Like, I'm highly impressed. This was cool, but I just expected it to be like, yo, especially with the thumbnail saying my wife is crazy. I was like, yo, let's get it. But anyway, shout out to all the Chunkendales. Holla.
City boy, city boy.